I have a pain, let's say, at my spine. And what do I do with that pain? Do I treat it as something else? Do I treat the pain as belonging to the body and not my pain? No. I treat the body and myself as one. I treat the pain and me as one. Wow. But that's what life should be. Let me continue. You see all around you, the world you lived in. It appears that everybody is different from everybody. Interesting. And when you relate to somebody else, you thought that somebody else is different from yourself. But actually, we are all in one place. And we are all one singular soul. But when we came into this universe, when we opened our eyes, we saw some kind of illusion. We saw space-time. And in this space-time that we open our eyes to, we are all split into many parts. And you thought that you're just one of many parts. But let me tell you the truth. No, it's not true. You're always one in one singular piece of soul. But what you see is many parts. So how can we sort it out? That's the secret. How can we sort it out? We sort it out by resonance. That's right. When two frequencies are different, or apparently appears different, we walk in step. We don't run away. We don't run away. We don't fight back. No. We don't say that the other party is a bad guy. Neither do we say that I'm the good guy. Instead, we walk in steps. And why do we do that? Because we resonate. The secret is resonance. How to achieve that? May take a long time for most people. But then, you need to try. You need to make an effort to do that. When you resonate, what happens? You return back home. You return to that one piece of soul that you belong to. You enter, I am. But the tough part is, of course, the pain. You notice a pain, and the first action is to retreat from the pain. You withdraw from the pain. And for some of us, you might just take a pill as a kind of painkiller, or you may take a pill to give you some supplements or nutrition that will sort out the pain. But what you did was, you actually tried to dispel the pain. That the pain isn't your pain. You're saying that the pain is an interference in your life, and you want to get rid of the pain. But that's not the solution to life. That's not resonance. When you understand the pain as belonging to you, you don't throw away that pain. Instead, what you do is to discover how to be a friend of that pain. That's right. That pain and yourself have to become one. As I said in my other videos, that pain, I'm causing it myself. Wow. Why would you want to cause pain to yourself? You want to do that because there are many things that your soul desires to achieve that you don't know. You want to cause pain because there are many things you want to learn, and certain parts of your mind blocks out some important truths and principles so that you could experience the pain. The journey of life requires some kind of pain, perhaps. But whatever it is, you cause it, and therefore you can uncause it. And the way to uncause it is not throwing it away. If you have a thought in your mind that you don't like, the way to uncause a thought is not throwing it away. If you have a friend that you don't like, and the way to uncause the friend is not throwing it away. The way to uncause the event is to own it back. To own it back. To resonate. Or to walk in its steps. Or, better still, to enter breath and uncause it. The story goes that for a long time, 400 years, the Israelites were slaves in Egypt. And one day they decided to walk out. Okay, it was a miracle. They crossed the Red Sea, and the Egyptians tried to follow, but the Egyptians were removed as a result of the drowning on the Red Sea. But that was not the completion of freedom. What did God told them? God told them that from the day of Passover, they have to count 49 days. 7 times 7. So that only on the 50th day, then they will have freedom. But what is the 50th day? What happened on the 50th day? They met the voice. They heard the voice that resonated through them, every one of them, but all of them were running away from that voice, except one man who was able to realize I am in himself. One man called Moses. That's right. And he touched the voice, became one with the voice, and continued to speak to the people. And that touching of the voice, the hearing of the voice, you may say, more than just a hearing, it amounts to a touching. That encounter with the voice is breath. So I have a pain. So what do? I hear the voice of the pain. My goodness, how is that done? My good friend, you got to practice. I hear the voice of the pain. The pain, which is a voice, touches me. I became one with the pain. I uncaused the pain. How? Because I turn it all to breath. In others, I return home. Breath is a place where I came from. Because when God said, "Let there be light," He said that only after the breath blew over the waters. So breath is a home. So I'm returning home. So I see a world split up into many parts, and I'm one of them. But I'm not afraid. I don't fight back. I don't judge all these diverse people. They may come from different religion, but that's not my problem. I only tell other people that the religion is teaching the wrong thing, but I'm not pushing my way. I'm just saying it loud so that there are some who would like to listen to me. And if they do, well, they discover some great truth. But it's up to them. They might not find truth in them too. It's perfectly okay. But anyway, the idea that I'm trying to say to all my readers here is that when you return home, you return to breath. That's right. You return to your own self. That's right. You return to the soul. That's right. Every pain that you have ceases. All the problems of your life ceases. People that you're angry with, or people who are angry with you, simply become unangry with you. Magical? Of course it's a magic. Who didn't say it's not a magic? It's a miracle. That's right. But the secret of life is in the hands of those who discover how to return home. And home is breath. Home is I am. And a man can never be at freedom unless he is I am. Isn't that right? If all your life what you wanted to do was to seek approval from others, then you're not I am. Isn't that right? If you are trying to better yourself and denying yourself in the process, you're not I am. Isn't that right? That's right. Freedom is where I am is. That's why when the Israelites went out of Egypt, when the enemy was far away from them, they're still not free until the day they touch breath, until the day they hear the voice of their inner soul, until the day when they hear the voice of the true I am. They themselves I am. They declare the name I am that I am. That is my name forever. And some of you may argue with me, I know myself. You probably would say, I know who I am. All my life I've analyzed myself, and I know that I'm prone to this and I'm prone to that. And I know that I'm more good than evil. And some of you say I'm holy. But I want to tell you the truth. Whatever you think of yourself is an illusion. Whatever you think of yourself is just a crazy idea of yourself earlier. You are creating an image that is not true of yourself. In the very same way, if you believe in God, you're also creating an image of God, which is not God. The fundamental existence, the one true eternal God, you may say, is not out there. It's where I am. And freedom is returning to where I am. But you may say, oh, that's easy. I just be myself. No. Do you dare to be yourself? You see, when the Israelites were at Mount Sinai and God was talking to them, they all ran away. They couldn't hear themselves. They couldn't. And they wouldn't want to. Why is that? You have to ask yourself. It's not easy to get back to the level of your own breath. It's not easy. Of course you can imagine that you can be what you want to be. Of course you can imagine that you are empty and nothing. You can imagine all that. But that's not I am. Some people tell me, I know where I am. Some people tell me, I just be. I meditate and I just be. Then I ask them a question. If you really know who you are, then why is it that you are so afraid to tell me of your private lives? Why do you keep things so private? When I want to come to your house, you don't want me to enter your house. You gave me all kinds of excuses. You said that your house is dirty. You said your house is not prepared to receive visitors. All kinds of excuses. How is it possible that you keep hiding yourself, afraid to expose yourself? And you said you know yourself. There is an illusion to all this. Everybody thinks that he knows himself, but keeps himself so quiet and so hidden, and he thinks that he knows himself. If you cannot tell others about yourself, how would you ever know about yourself? So that's why I said, when both people, they say, I know myself, or they say, I meditate and I be. So I told them, it's a kind of imagination, but because it's a beautiful imagination, you hug to that imagination, and you don't want to let it go. In the same way, if you believe in God, and you imagine your God so beautiful, you hug your God, and you really let it go. In conclusion, before I close this video, I want to emphasize, you came into this world, and you're just one with God. But you came down from God, so to speak. And you are like the Son of God. And you came into this world and you see so many around you. They're like reflections of yourself. But you cast that reflection out to everyone. You split yourself, so to speak, across space-time. And the reason why you do that in the very first place was because you're afraid to face your own self. So you split it out to the other party. And then you keep judging everyone else in this world, but never yourself. Because you're so afraid to be yourself, you split it out to the others. This is the real essential problem. So now when we came to this world, you have pain, you have problems. What is the solution? It's simple. You just have to unite with the pain, return back home, unite with everybody that you see, unite with them. Become one with everybody. Return to where I am. Nothing easy, because in the very first place, you split yourself across space-time. You don't want to be as you are. So, but now I'm asking you to return home, to reunite back, to become where I am, to return to God, so to speak. To become one with the Father again, in the same way that Jesus said, I and my Father is one. To become one again. This is a solution in life. This is salvation.